Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show. Tonight,
and as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to defend its home court. And the game arrival, sponsored by... Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You take a look at Los Angeles. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. Of course, there's the Timberwolves. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time in this summer because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. Then it's Chris Paul. Then there's Walden. And it's Okogie in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. And it's Green. And it's George in at the point. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. Trains the three-pointer.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Paul passes to Towns. Back to Paul. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's the break. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Ryan Saunders had a few moments to share. They've yet to find success against the Lakers, going 0-2 in the first 2 meetings between the teams. Coach said a lot of the problem is we just get deflated when they go on a big run. We have to know that with LeBron, a run is going to come. We just have to have the mental fortitude to fight through it. But that's a big challenge when LeBron gets himself and his team going. Guys?
Thanks, David. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. George, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
James dishes to George. The pass to Davis. In the corner, it's James. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by James.
If LeBron gets speed at the rim, it takes a couple of steel walls to slow him down. And even then, he'll finish the job.
Timberwolves trail by 5.
I think one thing you have to love about the Timberwolves, their aggression on the offensive end. This is a team that has been top 10 in free throw attempts over the last 8 years. And when they get to the line, they do convert.
A nice shot by George.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. And part of why the Wolves get to the line so much They take a lot of two-point shots.
And that's a trade-off, right, Kev? We all know the analytics like the three-point shot. They like restricted area twos. But the best way to get to the line is to challenge the teeth of that defense. You can't do that from 25 feet away, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Howard. JaVale McGee comes in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. Back to George. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Napier feeling it out a bit. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. .115 left here in the opening quarter. Jang with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. Clock at 6. Here's Napier.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Kuzma passes to George. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. George has got 12. There's 49 seconds left in the first. Napier dishes to Covington. Pass to Bell. Looking for Napier, and he gets it there. Good on the shot.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
And here's George for 3. Rebound by Jang. Timberwolves trail by 8. And here's Covington from the arc. Rebounded by McGee. Back to George. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now Napier over George. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for one of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know.
Well, what? Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Cousins. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgui Dieng. Noah Vonleh comes in for Bell. Walden, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Paul subbed in for Josh Okogie. So on the floor for Minnesota, Vonleh and Towns, the duo inside. Chris Paul is out there with Napier. And it's Walden in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Doris, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot 3-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that 3-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. Here's Paul. No good. Great D that time from Green.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And here's George for 3. That shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
2 on the clock. Vonleh. His three-pointers off the mark.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
From deep, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got 17 now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Towns kicks to Walden. Over James.
You know, we can get lost in LeBron's offensive skills. His defense has always been.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with Howard, and it's George in at point guard. Here's Paul. Pass to Towns, fires for 3, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Outside, Towns. Back to Paul. Over LeBron, and Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 6 points.
And young point guards can learn a lot from Paul. The way he handles the ball is remarkable.
And George with the stuff.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Minnesota calls timeout. And as we know, Doris, Ryan Saunders, the son of the late, great Minnesota legend, Flip Saunders.
Well, certainly the family has history with the organization, but in no way did Ryan Saunders get the job due to name only. This guy proved he can get wins from this Minnesota roster last year. For Saunders, he's known as a player development guy, and the ability to handle superstars is part and parcel to the job.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Maurice checked in for James. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Green.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
It's Covington on the wing. Here's Paul. And that one, good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Kuzma kicks to Murray. Here's George. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Paul. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Here's a Kogi. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. And so George will bring it up for the Lakers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on our Rookie of the Year race. Which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch? You look at George. All season long, he has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him, Greg. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far.
Ball against George. Outside, Covington. Pass to Okogie. Kicks it out to Paul. The tray. The Lakers with the rebound. George double teamed. Paul with the steal. Covington in the corner. Launches a three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. That's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Lakers shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Walden comes in for Josh Okogie.
Well, I think what we see sometimes with DeMarcus Cousins, your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. When he uses his emotion to be aggressive and intimidating, you love it. He just has to stay under control.
Towns, the pass to Napier. Rondo with the rebound. Lakers leading by 20. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Outside, Walden. And Walden throws it down.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Timberwolves trail by 20. Napier with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Now here's Napier. Tight defense on him. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. With some changes. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Okogie's checked in. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three. He might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Towns, the duo inside. Then there's Walden, and it's Chris Paul, and it's Okogie in at the 2-guard spot. And Davis throws it down.
And he pulls off the Houdini to take that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Paul dishes to Walden. Now Towns. The shot comes out. Excellent D from Howard. Los Angeles leading by 23. Knocks down the 3-ball. George has got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Los Angeles. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And there's the pass to Towns. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Towns has got 8 here in the quarter.
On the catch and shoot, just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Walden, guarded by Green. Walden kicks to Paul. Pass to Okogie. Over LeBron. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right.
40 seconds left in the 4th. Towns finds Jang. Paul outside. Takes the 3. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. George passes to Brantley. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Grab the pass to Jang. Here's Bates Diop, guarded by Kuzma. Puts it up from 15, and Bates Diop gets it to go.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
Now, here is George. From past the arc, traps in the tray.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So it's Los Angeles. And the outcome of this one was...
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Che. So like an old college teammate of mine, he was in the crowd tonight, but I told him to come to the locker room to talk to you and a couple of other guys tonight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll holler at him. First, let me talk to the fans.